let's go all the way over to Spain. I don't even know where Spain is. And talk to Marvin. My son's name is Marvin. Marvin, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Thanks for calling.
How you doing, Mr. Jesse? Nice to talk to you.
You too. What time is it in Spain?
Spain's nice. This is actually my second tour here.
What time is
back
it?
in 2009.
What time is it there now?
It is it's 4:44
A.M. or P.M.?
p.m. 16:44.
That's amazing. Well, welcome to the show. Thank you for calling.
No problem, sir. I just want to ask a few questions.
Okay.
What is your take on the state of mind of black people, and why do you think, where do you think it developed? The core of it, where did it start from?
Okay, good question. Both are good questions. Number one, most black people minds are in a fallen state. They have no mind. They don't think for themselves. They don't research for themselves. They just go by what the other children of the lie are telling them. They do not think for themselves. So they don't have a normal mind. Most black people's minds are screwed up. Minds are screwed up. And it started with the civil rights movement. The worst thing, one of the worst things that happened to black people is the civil rights movement. Because from that point forward, blacks have not been the same. They have been not getting married for the most part. They're having children out of wedlock. They have leaders now. And they didn't have leaders before the so-called civil rights movement. They rely on the government instead of themselves. They didn't do that prior to the civil rights movement. They are begging and whining and blaming. They're on drugs and alcohol and in prisons and jail for committing crimes. So that all started with the civil rights movement and the remover of the man from the family.
All right. I remember you speaking about that and the moral character. Yeah, I remember all that you were speaking of.
Yeah, and black people had more character
you...
then, and they have none now. Most, not all, have no moral character at all. They're angry. They don't respect themselves or other people, and they hate white people. They hate all people, but especially white people.
Okay. I understand that. So watching your show for last year, I understand a lot of that. Also, right now, there's been a big topic over the past, last month, say February started, of blacks speaking about reparations.
Yeah.
What is your take on that?
I'm not surprised at black people begging for reparations. They've been doing that for years now, even though our government have given them everything they have asked for. They have given them welfare checks since the early 60s and maybe late 50s. They've given them free stuff forever. And they've given them free education, free housing, free checks, free everything. And the more you give them, they've given them affirmative action. They even gave up the white woman to black people. And the more you give them, the more they beg. So I am not surprised that they're begging for affirmative action. They've been begging for a long time for it. And the more the people of color take over the government, eventually they're going to get affirmative action. I mean, reparation. Even though they've already received it, but they're going to get more. They want more money. They want more free stuff. I'm not surprised.
Yes. There was a big debate posted on Facebook. Even when I gave a reasonable example of reparations, they timed it by 1,000. Legitimately. And it was just unreasonable.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of what I said. I said, if you want reparations, there had to be 3 rules to it. For me, my 3 rules were simple. You had to be actually a descendant of someone, an ancestry of someone of African descent who was a slave here at one point. 2, you have to at least meet, this would be up to the government, of course, a percentage. Percentage of your genetic makeup has to be made up of that. So they said 75%.
But Marvin, Marvin, you sound like a nice guy, but we have given blacks for the last 60 years or so. We've been giving them free stuff. That is reparation. But they need to stop begging.
I wasn't going to say I want it.
Yeah, they need to stop begging. No more free stuff. And you would think that blacks would be embarrassed to keep begging, but they're not. They have no shame about begging.
It is. No question. Why do you think black people are insecure?
Because they hate God.
So why is it that black people always rely on hope? Like hoping that something's going to change, or hoping that someone can get them out of their own predicament, or hoping, hope in general for everything.
The only thing that most black people are hoping for is reparation, free stuff. They ain't hoping for nothing else. They love being victims. They love living in their hellhole. They have no shame about it. They love being violent. They love blaming the white people. They love having babies out of wedlock. They love their false black leaders. They don't hope for anything. They got everything they want. Now they're hoping for some more money and some more Obamaphones. Marvin, do you agree with me about? Do you agree with me or disagree with me about all this?
Oh, no, I agree with you. Like I said, I've been listening to you for a while. I'm just trying to get some more details in certain areas, just for more clarity. That's all, sir.
Well, black people used to believe in God. When I was growing up, they believed in God. They didn't believe about God. But now most black people hate God. They don't believe him. They act it out. They go to church. They hoop and holler. They dance. They do the same thing at a club the night before. And then Sunday morning they go up and shout off the guilt, the false guilt. But they read about him. Their mama take them to church. But they don't believe in God. They hate God. They love evil. That's why they support evil people and they hate good people.
I don't want to say that. I can't say that people will hate God. I think people have a misconception, a misunderstanding of God.
No, they hate God. Either you love him,
people.
Marvin. Either you love him or you hate him. There is no in between.
I mean, there's no in between, but there is also ignorance. There are just people who are just ignorant in general and do not know what they do.
No, I understand in that fallen state they can't see, but they know.
Yeah.
But they know that they're wrong. They just want to admit it. Marvin, I got to run.
There's a lot of those. I heard them on the radio. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry to take your time. I appreciate it, though, very much.
How old are you, Marvin?
I'm 31. I'll be 32 later this year.
Amazing. Marvin, call me again.
I'll try. No problem.
Do you ever come to the States?
Yeah. I was in the States last November. I was in New Jersey, and I gave you guys a call last time.
Oh, okay. Well, be sure to call me again, all right?
All right, we'll do.
A great call. I appreciate your call, too. Good questions.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Good day.
Bye. Amazing. Smart guy. He's asking perfect questions. Black people lost it for y'all don't say it out loud, but you know it's true. Look at him.